They don't see legitimacy in black characters or original black characters. That's why they take things that are already established and then throw a black skin on it for cheap representation points.
But one of the main things, if you saw like the thumbnail for this that I wanted to talk about, was actually this whole Harry Potter casting mess, basically saying that they're casting the black dude for Severus Snape, which is one of like the main antagonists to Harry Potter growing up. And of course that had a whole bunch of backlash of people being mad about the casting, about changing the race for a main character for Harry Potter. I think it's funny. I think all of these castings, when they just do kind of like a race swap or a gender swap, is funny because clearly like those characters weren't meant to be that gender or that race. Nobody's asking for this. Like nobody's asking for Severus Snape to be a black dude of all things. And then basically white people get mad at black people. All the racist stuff comes out again, which is why I made the thumbnail that I made, because that's what usually happens. And we'll go through the whole debacle because it wasn't just this, it was something else that came out basically saying that Harry Potter was now going to be black. And I think Community Notes on X came out and said that was false information. No official casting for Harry Potter has come out saying that he was going to be black. HBO was doing a Harry Potter series that I think was supposed to come out at the end of next year, but I think it got pushed back to 2027. I don't know why they would do a HBO show to start with. I don't know what more there is to talk about with Harry Potter. I mean, there were 8 movies, 7 books, 3 spin-off movies with the whole Magical Beast series that was terrible too. I don't know what else there is to discuss with Harry Potter, at least like the main cast, the main story. But anyway, they cast this dude, Papa Asidu. I saw him before on, it was a pretty dope show, Gangs of London. He's a cool character. Him being Severus Snape is ridiculous because the whole conceit in the description of Severus Snape is like he's a pale white dude, he's not good looking, and he likes Harry Potter's mom. Basically, that's the whole hinge of the story. So of course people came out discussing his color. So now Harry Potter's father and godfather will be shown picking on a poor black kid. Yeah, because when you change races of something like that, it does lead to that type of dynamic. Then it becomes a racial thing instead of a class thing, or instead of him not being handsome or him not being cool, whatever the case. It just becomes a whole different thing. And of course, people were in the comments just making jokes. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Hennessy. That's kind of funny. Is anyone else going to comment on the fact that whoever the new Voldemort is literally put an N on this man's forehead? That's true. That's something that you got to deal with when Harry Potter is now a black character and there are racial components. Voldemort is going to be a KKK member or what? I think he definitely will have to be. I could care less about any of like these fantasy shows or characters. I just think it's a bad look because nobody's asking for it, and the reception isn't going to be good. The hardcore Harry Potter fans or any fans of any series don't want to see that. And then the people that would have watched it now think it's going to be a whole woke series, so they won't watch it either. So it's just going to kind of be a mess. There better be a first or comb or swastika on this forehead. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Lee, Harry Potter and the light skin and the light skinned prince. That was actually like my favorite Harry Potter book. Harry Potter and the Christmas tree car freshener. It's just all jokes because why would they do this in the first place? I think there was actually a good breakdown on X that said, I don't get it. There's plenty of opportunity in the Harry Potter universe to create some really good spin-offs about the wizarding world and other continents, including Africa, with the opportunity to actually cast a majority black cast if they wanted to. And I agree with that. When it comes to these type of stories, just create a new story in the universe around it. I would have loved to see more than one black character in Star Wars, but write those new characters specifically for a new story. Don't remake Luke Skywalker as a black dude for no reason, and it has no significance other than he's black now. I'm holding out on passing any judgment. No clue what the plot will be. Hopefully the writers understand the dynamics. I don't think they do. I don't want to pass judgment, but it's kind of like, why do this in the first place? There's no way that this reception is good, but I think this was a really good breakdown on this whole situation and topic of like gender race swaps when it comes to this type of stuff.
Well, it's official. They did it. We have Black Snape now. The first time this news came out, I was kind of angry because I'm like, wow, you're doing the same thing again. But now I'm not even angry. I'm just over it, to be honest with you. All they're doing is reconfirming everything I've thought about all these race swaps and how they feel about black people. They don't see legitimacy and black characters, or original black characters. That's why they take things that are already established and then throw a black skin on it for cheap representation points.
I think like the perfect example of that is Sam Wilson, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier.
You're not Steve Rogers.
I had two favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. One was Captain America and the other was Killmonger. And there was absolutely no reason for Sam Wilson, Falcon, to become Captain America. I think that was the stupidest thing ever. It just didn't make sense. I get that was probably written in a comic that I didn't read, but they could have made Sam Wilson just be his own person and become a hero all on his own instead of becoming a new Captain America, which just looks terrible. It doesn't look good. It looks tacky. He's not his own person, and he'll never match up to Captain America, the real original one.
Because if they cared about black characters, he would be Kingsley. Or if they wanted to make an original black character, they could have went the route of The Walking Dead with Daryl and then worked on the character to make them good. But instead, we got this cheap, out of place virtue signal bullshit. And all the black people that were gonna watch the show are gonna laugh at this, and then all the ones that weren't gonna watch the show are also going to laugh at this. So all you did was say, hey, here you go, niggas, you want this? And they're gonna say no, and that's it. You've thrown the show away for cheap, hollow virtue signal points. Again, it's the same thing, over and over and over again, with every single property. And I'm tired. Everyone is tired. They don't want this shit. The actor is now going to face backlash, harassment, racism, all kind of things because you wanted to race swap a character that's established in lore as something else. So congratulations. And to the actor, yeah, you better have some tough skin because they're gonna fuck you up, man.
Yeah, I think he hit the nail on the head. Nobody wants this, and the reception isn't going to be good. Bro is going to be bullied off the internet. Black people are going to be talked about like we did something wrong when we didn't ask for this, and all of a sudden we have to deal with the reception of messing up Harry Potter. I just wish they would have told a completely different story in the universe that would make the main character being black make sense. If they're wondering what black people want, like, we don't want these new skins of old characters or anything like that. We want our own new stories, new characters, something fresh in whatever universe. I think a great concept of that was probably Supercell came out on Netflix, I want to say last year, maybe earlier this year. That's what people want more than anything else, just new ideas, new stories, and something that can give us what we want as fans. Like, we buy tickets to movies, we buy comics, we buy books. Like, give us something that we want that's all our own stories, our own characters. Thought that was like a really dope show when it came out. Again, give us new stories. That's why I really like the whole Corey Kenshin manga that he came out with. It's his own story, own characters. This is the problem with Hollywood and entertainment companies. They are not creating new IP, just working on old nostalgia. They don't invest in the new stories. They don't reward people that write the new stories. They don't push them when they do happen. Original IPs are just like a thing of the past at this point.